Okay, guys, we are live, officially live here. If you're watching this and you're seeing this part, you're probably watching the recorded version of this, because usually people that come on live don't get on in the first couple seconds. So I'm going to be taking your questions and answers, and I've got some very special things for you today. All I have to do, though, is wait just a minute or two, a few minutes before some people get into the room, because I want to be fair and not really start with the Q&A until people are here live. And I see, wow, already within 40 seconds, 9 of you are here. Very, very cool. So here's what we're going to do. Thanks for the thumbs up already. Wow. So I'm in Sarony. Parked here. Yoko is actually out of town with a friend, and I'm here just with Boo Boo. So we're having some fun. And I finally found a good area to broadcast from, a good cell area. Now, we got a couple ways we're going to do this differently than I've done it in the past that I think is going to make for a much better video. What I'd like you to do, if you want to say hello, if you have a question, anything, some kind of comment, I can only do one at a time, because what I don't want to do, I don't want to be answering somebody's question and I'm starting to answer, and then another question comes in and I get distracted, and it's a mess. Because so if you ask a question, you deserve a full, my concentration. See the camera. Let's see. We get a little better lighting here. Well, we'll do okay. It gets dark and it gets light. It's okay. You want to hear the best answer I can give you. So once I answer a question, then see if I'm answering a question and something comes on the screen, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to, do anything other than give courtesy to the person that's asking the question. So then when I'm finished answering the question, you'll be able to ask a question, and I will, the first one I see that I think looks really good that I want to tackle, I will answer. And again, because of the lighting, it's weird. It goes in and out. So just whatever. We'll do the best we can. We have some backlighting. I wonder if I hang on one second. I wonder if give me 1 second if I can adjust this thing. It's too far away. I don't think I can do it. It's not. Let me see. It's not that easy. I'm not going to mess with it. Just you'll deal with the lighting, right? It's okay. Okay. So officially, we're starting. I want the first question. It could be about RV. It can actually be about anything. If I don't know the answer, I'll be honest with you and I'll say I don't know the answer. But maybe I can help you find the answer. So let's, at the very least, let's say hello. Tell me you're here, because I want to make sure you can hear me. Oh, wait a minute. I take it back. The questions are, I'm used to looking on my phone and the questions are laid down. Now the questions are on the side and all the comments, and now I see. So I'm sorry. I apologize. You've been saying hi to me the whole time, and I didn't see anything because I'm looking in the wrong spot. Okay, let's see. Sissy, hello from West Virginia. Praying you and your wife are doing great. I found a small camper for $250. A small camper for $250. I get to look at it later today. I'll have plenty after I look. No leaks, just got. Okay, that's cool. If it wasn't for me, you would be in debt along the way, Sissy. You made my day. I'm so glad that you listened to me. I'm not right with everything, and I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know enough about personal finance to know that being in debt is not a good thing, especially with a car or credit card debt or an RV or anything like that. It's depreciating. It's a depreciating asset. And the only type of debt that is like halfway acceptable is like your primary residence. So congratulations, Sissy. Really, really glad to hear you're doing it. Desiree, hey, what's going on? Desiree, my friend from Homestead, Florida. Yeah, and Sissy and Desiree and all of you, I really appreciate all of your thumbs up, your comments along the way. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And Sissy, I feel the same way to you. And remember, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle one question at a time. So once I start answering a question, I'm not going to be looking at other comments coming in. So let's see if this is a question. Laurie's RV life. I'm leaving here Fresno area on July 21st and working my way to Seattle, Washington, and then working my way over to South Dakota. And from there, who knows? Hey, Laurie, good to hear that. And I'm honored that you're here on the live broadcast. So hang out with us. And travel safely always, Laurie. Travel safely. Mark, Dave, happy Father's Day. Thank you, Mark. Did I get to look at Mobileye? Remind me, I feel really bad, but remind me what Mobileye is. Mobileye. I can't remember. We might have been talking about that. I just can't remember. Mobileye. And I think the good thing about this is that after the show is over, if I missed any comments of yours, if I missed a question, missed a comment, I can go back and review any comments or questions that I may not have gotten to. Forward collision warning. Mark, no, I did not look into that. But it's a great idea, and I will. So thanks for reminding me about that. Desiree says, what's the best way to find an RV specialist, and how will I know they are official? When you say RV specialist, Desiree, do you mean a like RV tech, an RV mechanic / tech? Is that what you're talking about? You're not talking about a salesperson, right? You're talking about an RV specialist. I'm guessing you mean a tech. And what I do, depending on the area I am in, I will either speak to somebody at a campground. They can usually give really good referrals. That's how I found a great RV tech in New Orleans a couple of months ago. I was at a KOA and I asked them if they have anybody they recommend. And this guy was phenomenal. If you watched the previous video I did, his name was Paul. He came out and fixed my fridge like in 30 minutes. So yeah, I would definitely use Yelp. I would use Google, and I would absolutely ask people at campgrounds. They generally know. Mark, how long should you plan on keeping your RV to get the most value? Okay, so let me tackle that one. That's a great question, Mark. And I'm going to say it depends. It's a really good question. It depends because it depends if you're now. I don't like to buy new. I don't buy anything new, including cars, RVs. I just depreciating assets like that. I think it's best to buy that are maybe 2 to 3 plus years old when you check them out and they're in really, really good condition. Now, once you check out your rig and you like it and you buy it, the sky is the limit. You can keep it as long as you want. I mean, I think and it's also possible if you decide you don't like it and you flip it in a month or two, depending on the market and the buyer, you could stand to make money or break even. So I don't have a magic answer, Mark. It's a really good question, and it depends on so many factors. There's just no way to know. But I personally don't keep flipping vehicles, and that goes for my cars too. I keep them, and I keep putting money into them for repairs because that is so much less expensive than selling and buying a new one or buying another one. There's always fees and costs associated with that. In fact, I was talking to Yoko the other day. We've got a Volvo with 135,000 miles on it, and yeah, we have to pay for some maintenance and some repairs. But something, the alternative is selling that, finding another vehicle, paying more, much more, and then there's no guarantee that's not going to need repairs. So I like to stick with something that I like, and I keep it for quite some time. Mark, you purchased your RV 5 years ago and you still have it. That's just still brand new. That's a baby. I mean, of course, depending on what year it is. These things, if you take really good care of your RV, if you just do everything you're supposed to do and keep it clean and keep it maintained and do everything right and keep up with all maintenance and repairs, they should last a long time. These things, I've seen these things with hundreds of thousands of miles on them, depending on what you've got. If you got if you got an RV or motorhome, or if you've got your towing something. There you go. Jennifer's got 2005. Okay, now we're talking cars, and that's okay because we were with 270,000 miles. Bless you, Jennifer. I love it. I love it. Kyle says both my wife and I will soon be working remotely and plan to go fully mobile. Since our RV will be our primary residence, would you find it acceptable to go into some debt for the purchase? No. I will never go into debt for anything with a motor because, again, it's a depreciating asset. And if you take out a loan on this thing is, instead of a home, at least when you buy a home with a mortgage, And remember, if anybody's typing questions, I promise that when I'm answering a question, I'm not going to keep looking at other things coming up. So I'm going to concentrate on Kyle's question here. So feel free to, if I don't get to yours, feel free to type it in again when I finish this question. When you're paying payments on a boat, a car, a motorhome, a plane, I don't know, whatever, these are depreciating as you're making payments, and pretty soon you're paying on something that's not worth anything. It makes no sense. I'm anti-debt anyway, but at least I can understand. I mean, most people don't have $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 just lying around to buy a house for cash. So I totally get that. But and also a house is an appreciating asset. Most likely over time it's going to go up in value. You're not losing money on it. Whereas something with a motor is totally different. So and I get people asking me things like this all the time. Well, if I can't take out a loan, I can't buy one, and you're depriving me of my pleasure in life. Well, I'm not depriving you of anything. I always preach buy what you can afford. So for some reason, if all you can afford is a little $1,500 trailer that you start with, and you hitch it up to your car or truck or something, so you start with that. Start with what you can afford, pay cash, and then as you're able to save, move up in RV, motorhome, trailer, whatever. Move up in the quality of it. But don't buy what you can't afford. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. And also these dealers these days, they make it seem like, since it's going to be your home or even your second home, you can take out a 20-year mortgage and your payments are only going to be like $400 a month. Well, that's stupid. And they don't care what happens to you 10, 15, 20 years from now. Once they make the sale, they're on to the next person. They don't care that 15 years from now you're still paying on this thing and it's rotting in a junk metal heap. They don't care about that. So don't do it. Laurie, have you had any experience with the solar on a trail mounted? No, Laurie, I have not. I'm really sorry. I can't speak to that. I don't have much experience with solar on anything, but I plan to get experience. That's why they call me the RV dummy. I don't know everything, but no, I don't, Laurie. Sorry about that. Outdoor Nomad is here. Hey, Dave. Hey, Outdoor. How you doing? What's going on, Steve? And Outdoor Nomad, everybody, I just want you to know, Outdoor Nomad is the friend of mine that's going to be driving Sirenny from the East Coast to Salt Lake, because Yoko and I we're driving some cars and stuff. We can't be driving like a million vehicles, so he's going to be driving Sirenny for us from the Maryland area out to Salt Lake sometime later this summer. So follow the adventures of Outdoor Nomad for sure and see what's going on. I'm going to make sure he put some posts up there, put some videos up there while he's in Sirenny, taking that trip. I hope he does. Okay, Laurie, no problem. I wish I could help you, but like I said at the beginning, if I don't have an answer, I'm not going to make something up. I don't know everything, but I tried to know some things. Next question. I'm ready for another question. Hey there, Mike and Missy. How are you doing? Mike and Missy, they got hitched. How are you doing? Great to see you here live today. And I'm glad when I did a Sunday broadcast, Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, you never really know if people are going to show up. After all, it's Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers and to me, of course. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I'm so glad you're taking time out of your Father's Day and a Sunday yet. But it's just been tough for me to get to a good area where I can do this, where the cell service is at least predictable. Sissy says, yes, that's what he says, and it has saved me so much, and I know I am pointed in the right direction. Thanks for saying that, Sissy. She is referring to never, ever, no exception, never borrow money on an RV, motorhome, or any kind of vehicle. Only buy what you can afford. Pay cash, please. Don't put it on a credit card either. Pay cash. Mike and Missy, oh, good. I'm doing great. Also, Mike and Missy doing fantastic. Sissy, happy Father's Day, but I think she meant Father's Day. Mark, do I recommend an extended maintenance plan? Great question again. No, absolutely not. Okay, my philosophy in life in general is I never take out extended warranties. And if I go to Best Buy and buy a speaker, they asked me, do I want to, I never take any extended warranties on anything. I don't think I make any exceptions whatsoever. Nothing. What you're doing, you're buying just a very, very expensive insurance plan. They are money makers. Just if something breaks down in the future after the regular warranty, then deal with it, then pay for it. Don't take out extended warranties. No, please do not. Boo Boo is over actually in the closet sleeping. I would bring him over, but I don't want to bother him. He's kind of, if he wakes up and comes out while we're doing this, I will definitely bring him into the picture for sure. Okay, while I'm waiting for another question, I will say that it's been over 2 years since Yoko and I and Boo Boo have been in the RV world. I still say it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. We are having so much fun. We are actually putting our house, our Maryland house, up for sale. Right now, as we speak, there's an open house going. That's one of the reasons I'm actually out on the road here, letting the real estate agent deal with the open house. And my original goal was to sell everything. And it took 2 years to say, yeah, let's finally sell this house. But however, full disclosure, we are renting a home in Salt Lake City. I don't want to own anything anymore right now, at least right now. So we're renting a home. That's going to it's going to be our home. It's our home base while we're local in Salt Lake City. But more often than not, we're going to be on the road somewhere, especially right here in Sireney, which is just so much fun, so much fun. How do I feel about diesel Sprinters? I don't know enough about them. I know if you're just asking me about diesel engines in general, I know there's a lot of advantages to diesels, but there are also some disadvantages. I've never owned a diesel engine in my life. I've always had gasoline, always had good luck. But I do know that especially if you're towing something really heavy, et cetera, diesels are oftentimes the engine of choice for sure. Laurie says, can I explain the difference between a weight distribution hitch and a sway bar? I can't explain. You're asking me tough. No, I don't even want to try, because maybe somebody here can explain that. I can't really explain that. But Laurie, you're actually helping me learn what I don't know. And you better believe I'm going to look into these things and find the answers, because the RV dummy needs to know what he's doing sometimes. So I'm going to look into these. But great question. I just don't. I could offer a guess, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to look stupid. I'm already the RV dummy. And the RV dummy is also. I'm trying to eat so much healthier. I mean, I've always been like all my friends and everybody always thinks I've always been a very healthy eater. I've been vegan for. Yoko and I have both been vegan for over 5 years now. But I will say that, and the vegan police are watching me. They're going to probably have my head if I say that occasionally we'll add a little bit of seafood to our diet, a little bit. But for the most part, we're vegan. We never, ever eat any kind of meat, eggs, dairy. As I said, the only exception lately we've been making is some seafood. But even having said that, I've over the past few months, I don't know what's wrong. I've gained like a little bit of weight, and I'm not happy about it. And my goal now is to eat even healthier and eat less and shed some pounds. I have a vision board that I keep in our van right here, and I'm going to see if I can point it. The vision board has like a little message, and whenever I pass by it, I'm reminded of this. So let me see if this works. If you can see the vision board here, there we go. Can you see the vision board? It says on it, it says, eat healthy, get thinner. And every time I pass that vision board, it lets me realize that, hey, this is like a lifestyle. I can't let up. I've got to eat less than I'm eating, eat healthier, but mainly less than I'm eating, and just take some certain things out of my diet, and I'll shed the pounds. That's what I want to do. It's not that I gained a ton, but I gained enough to be that it's not comfortable for me. Laura, you just started juicing. Juicing is the greatest. We've been juicing on and off, admittedly, because sometimes we just get out of the habit because there's a lot of preparation, a lot of cleanup. But we've been juicing probably for the past 5 years, since we became vegan, I think. And it is just, it's great when you do it. But admittedly, sometimes I just get too lazy because of the preparation and the cleanup. I just get a little bit too lazy. Yeah, Sissy, thanks. The vision board really, really helps. As a matter of fact, not only vision board, but I'm a very goals-oriented person. And over the years, I always have like a little goals sheet or book of goals that I read every single day. And it's how I've been able to live my life and achieve in life what I want to achieve, because I read the goals every single day. And I've been doing that since the I want to say the early 1990s. And one of the reasons I'm in this RV right now is I look back at my original book of goals, which was like the early 1990s. I actually had a goal that said, I will buy an RV motorhome and travel across the country. Now, unfortunately, I wrote this. I was with my original wife, my first wife. So now she doesn't get to enjoy that. That's a whole nother story. But Yoko and I have been together for the past 14 years, and we are absolutely enjoying this lifestyle so much. And it's because I wrote it down in my book of goals. And I can't stress enough, if there's something you want to achieve in your life, just write it down. Keep a little diary type of, write it down, read it every single day. And I'm telling you that most likely, more likely than not, it will become reality. It may not happen overnight, but more likely than not, it will become reality. Now, I took a poll about 2-3 weeks ago asking if some people would like to hear a little bit more than RVs on this channel. Like, should I put some personal things about me and Yoko? Should I teach lifestyle, maybe health? And most of you said no. Most of you said no, stick to RV. Now, I'm not saying that you all on here now said that, but the overwhelming majority, 60 to 70%, said RV only, nothing else. So I got to be careful. Mike and Missy gave up my juicer when we downsized. Guess what? We did the same. When we shifted everything to the van and to Salt Lake, I'm not sure if we have it in storage or if it's donated. We probably still have it. Or else we're just going to get another one in Salt Lake. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to downplay juicing. Juicing is incredible, and it's extremely healthy. I love it. Let's see. What else do we have here? Anything else you want to ask while we're here on this Father's Day? I won't keep you too long if you're getting bored. So just let me know. And I also want to check out. I'll hear the playback, but is the audio is okay? The audio is totally fine. I've got my little. I'm keeping like a little mic clip right there. I like hearing about towns you have found where there are places for RVs. Well, most towns, you can find a place for an RV in most towns, because in most towns, at the very least, there's an RV campground outside of town or in town. In most towns, there's something nearby. We've found that. And if you want me to tell you like towns that I've really loved and have fun in, let me think. One that comes to. One really fun town. I don't know why this came to my mind first. I'm not sure why, and I'm not so sure how good it is to RV right in this town. But there might be there's RVing near it. Oh God, what's it called? It's in Colorado. It is as you're heading into the mountains. It's way past Denver, way west of Denver. A little town. It just slipped my mind for some reason. It's a cool old western town with some cool little restaurants and breweries and shops, and I've got a mental block. I can't think of the name of the town, but it's like you can see it off of 70. Somebody will probably come on here and tell me what it was. I just can't think of it, but it's it'll come to me maybe. But it's a really cool town. We last summer we pulled our RV in there, easily found a parking spot. We parallel parked on the street. I think it was even a Saturday. It was a weekday, so we found parking. We went to a brewery, and Yoko loves beer. I'm not really a beer person, but they had really good food too. And we had some lunch, and we walked around to some of the shops. That's exactly it, Jennifer. Idaho Springs. Thank you so much. I just couldn't think of it. Idaho Springs. So we started looking at some of the shops and walked around. It was very cool. And there was like a Deadhead shop. There's like a store that's like kind of like psychedelia and Deadhead, and I got a few stickers for Saturday actually. So that's exactly it. Jennifer somehow retracted. It says message retracted, but it was Idaho Springs. I'm not sure why that message got retracted, but that's exactly what it was. Check out Super Steer Oregon. They say Oregon. It's not Oregon. It's Oregon. For advice on vehicle stability. Yeah. Cool, we'll do that, Mark. You're very helpful to me, and I greatly appreciate that because although I'm the RV dummy, I'm always learning, and I like to learn from. Oh yeah, there you go, Jennifer. You put your message back up there. Somehow it said it got retracted, but yeah, Jennifer, I just did a little spiel about Idaho Springs is a fun little place, especially if you're driving from the Denver area out to Summit County. It's like a must stop, must see place. And there's also, I remember there's a KOA that we stayed at not all that far from Idaho Springs. And I will just say something real quickly about KOA. A lot of people are against KOAs. Yoko and I really love KOAs only as a place to stop when we have a final destination, but like an overnight stop. We're not like going to KOA and spending the season, but they're clean, they're good. The people there are generally very good and considerate. We love KOAs, and I'm not getting paid by KOA, trust me. I wish they would pay me, but they're not. We just like it as like an overnight stop. We could pull in easily like 4 p.m. and hang out, have dinner, and then leave the next morning. It's very good. Let's see. Lori's got to run. Please check him out. Yeah, Lori, go check out Lori's channel. Lori, I really appreciate all the positive feedback here, and we're all a big community, so feel free to hang with Lori on Lori's RV life as well. Gotta love her, and we really appreciate everybody kind of being together and not competing with each other. I mean, just check out channels, just not me, just not Lori, but check out, there are a lot of RV channels that are really, really good. Of course, we'd like you to come back here. Let's see, from Amelia Island. Chris from Amelia Island. Very cool. So glad to have you here from Amelia Island. We're going to try. Mark said he's going to try the KOAs. Saw your other video. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Again, it's not, the KOAs are not a destination. You're not going there for like a summer retreat. You're going there. You're spending the night. You're spending the night to stay there in comfort. That's what you're doing, basically. Oh, KOA does not like hammocks. It's funny, Steve, because maybe you're right in general, but Yoko and I were at a KOA in, where was it? It was in, I want to say, Chincoteague Island, like within the past month. And she had her hammock. She had her hammock up between two trees, and the patrol people, security, they came by. They saw, nobody said a word. So maybe in general that's true. Maybe she got lucky. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll deal with that. Because it's okay. But there's still a good, predictable place to stay when you're on the road and you just don't know where to go and you just need a place to stay at night, as opposed to boondocking at a Walmart. And it's getting harder and harder to boondock at Walmart. And I know there are other places. There are a bunch of places that say they're good for boondocking, but sometimes they're just not. I recently stayed at COE in Red Top Mountain, Georgia. What is it? I'm sorry. COE is what? I'm not positive what that is. Maybe it's abbreviation. I just don't know it. I mean, it's abbreviation for something. I'm not sure what that is. COE. Unless you were trying to type KOA. I don't know. The K is nowhere near the C, so I don't think so. Unless you're using voice recognition, and then maybe it comes up that way. I don't know. Oh, Corps of Engineers. Okay. I don't know much about that, so maybe somebody can help me with that as well. I don't know much about Corps of Engineers, but I just learned something. See, I'm really good if I can help you with like little hacks for your RV, and especially financial things with your RV and things like that. I'm really, really, really good at. Some of the other stuff I just might not. I'm learning. I'm still learning. Have you thought of? Desiree says, have you thought of placing a compost toilet? Then you can have more water capacity. Desiree, we really have not. We just haven't had a problem. We use our water very sparingly. So no, we haven't really thought of it. In the future, if we feel it might be useful, we would certainly consider it. But right now, it has not been a problem. Sissy says, I'll be back on your travels. I always have a place to park for as long as you like, right on the Potomac. I live way, way back in the woods. So thank you, Sissy. Might take you up on that sometime, to be honest with you. That would be great. Thank you so much. So Chris says, the Corps of Engineers are beautiful and very clean, cheaper than private campgrounds. Well, see, I just learned something, and I think all the other people, 20 people in here right now, learned something, and all of the people are going to be watching the replay. So this is why it's so good to help each other out. I didn't know about it, and I'm guessing that a lot of people on the channel maybe don't know about Corps of Engineers. So thanks so much for that. Greatly appreciated. Mark, how do I avoid overpacking? That's another really good question. Experience, just experience. I've also been a traveler for business and for like a long time. And so I always was a tremendous overpacker, and I would carry heavy suitcases when I didn't need them. So I've learned a lot about how to pack and how to sometimes wear the same thing. Don't yell at me, guys, but sometimes wear the same thing 2, 3, 4 days in a row. No, you're not going to die. Nobody's going to lose their life. But sometimes I get special shirts and that wick away moisture and don't hold odors. And so I pay a little bit more sometimes for some of the clothing I wear, but you can wear them a long time without smelling, without them feeling dirty. So I don't mind investing in something that's really good. But Mark, I just don't overpack. I err on the side of not having enough, which forces me to wear the same thing many times or clean it or whatever I have to do. But just don't bring a lot of stuff. It only comes with experience. That's all. It's going to be scary the first time you pack really light. You're going to think. But here's the deal: when you're out on the road, God forbid if you forgot to pack something or you didn't pack something, almost anything is available somewhere. If you need an extra T-shirt, you jump into Target, and for $8 you get another T-shirt. It's not that big of a deal. So underpacking is better, I think. So Patricia says, "Hi Dave, try Trucker's Path app. It rates trucks." I just saw that actually. I saw that the other day, I think on somebody else's channel, and I tried it, and it looks really, really good. So yeah, I've definitely got that on my apps now, and it's ready to go. Trucker's Path. I'm pretty sure that's the one I use, unless there's another one very similar. But this was designed for truckers, and it shows you actually in the truck stops. It shows you like how many spots are available in real time, or close to real time. Might not be exact real time, but very close to real time. And so I really enjoyed that. If it's the same app. If it's not, it's very close if it's not the same app. Thanks for that. Patricia, thank you so much. So yeah, are there any other questions? Because otherwise, I gotta let you guys go. It's a Sunday, and I want you to enjoy your Father's Day. And any mothers that are here, thank you for being a mother to the fathers. Does that make sense? I think it does. We all do this together. So you're responsible for Father's Day as well, of course. All Stays application is great. I've got that as well, Mark. Yeah, that's a good one too. But I tell you something, I find lately that even though I've got all these apps and free campsites and all that stuff, I've got all that. Have you ever had a Class B? I broke my rule because I'm answering this question. Yeah, I'm in a Class B right now. That's why I have a Class B. But I broke my rule because I promised I wasn't going to interrupt when I'm answering a question for another. So let me get back to that one. I find that even though I've got all these apps that tell us where to go and for free and BLM and all, still, when it comes down to it, Yoko and I are traveling along the road and we need a place to stop for the night. We will just look at where we're going to be like in an hour from then or hour to 2 hours and go on Google and find either an RV campground, a KOA, a state park, something that is, in the distance that we want to stop. And it's been very, very, very easy to do it that way, just going on Google. And if we need to use an app, we will, trust me. But Google has been really, really good about it. Really good. I guess I'm addicted to Google. I don't know. I mean, not proud of it. Really not proud of it. But I use Google for like a lot of stuff. Have I ever figured out my cost per mile? The good questions from Mark just keep coming. Mark, I have not. It's a good thing to know. I have not. I mean, the closest we've come is figured out our gas mileage on the road on this thing, in this thing. But I know that's obviously not even close to cost per mile. I realize that there's all kinds of wear and tear and things that need to be done, maintenance. So I know, but I really have not. I really have not because I guess because I can afford the lifestyle and I just roll with it. We Yoko and I don't overspend. We take it easy. We're really, really super frugal, and when we can afford stuff, but we're frugal. We don't go crazy, and that's probably how we're able to afford stuff. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, if I have a Class B, can I park it anywhere? Yes, almost. Well, I like to go to a campground because they've got the amenities. They've got you hook up water, you hook up electricity. Sometimes you can hook up the sewer hose. So it just makes it. And they've generally got Wi-Fi. It just generally makes it easier. Remember, we've got Boo Boo, and if it's if it's 90 degrees outside somewhere, I'm not boondocking in 90-degree weather and running the generator with the air conditioner all night. I'm just not doing that. I'll pay a few bucks and I'll get to hook up in comfort to somebody else's electricity and use as much as I want. That's just what I do, you know. But yeah, we can park anywhere. And if I need to go stealth, you know, we can pretty much go stealth and nobody's going to bother us. I've actually slept in my rig in a hotel parking lot in the past. I've done that and nobody bothered me. It just, you know, I closed all the blinds and turned the lights out and nobody knew I was in there. So it's pretty fun, pretty easy. We are 35 minutes into this, guys. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to try to wrap this. I had something else I was going to tell you. But I think I'd already talked a little bit about goals. So I think that was what I want to share with you today. Goals are so, so powerful. And if you made it this far, I put out a little newsletter, a little e-newsletter. I should have said this at the very beginning of the show, but I put out a little e-newsletter. It comes out every other Friday. It's called Dave Discovers. What I'll do, I'll put the link when I get a chance. It might not be right away. I'll put the link in the comment section below. So if you've not subscribed yet, we got like we got a lot of subscribers to this thing, to my newsletter. So I'll put the link in. Hopefully, if you like what you see here, you'll subscribe to my newsletter as well. Phoenix Ramblers YouTube channel. There's some wipes from Survivorware. They're excellent. And oh, cool. Oh, we'll check that out, Chris. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate that. Dave, most restaurants will even allow you to use their water to fill your tank if you ask. Oh, yeah. I'm really good at asking people nicely. If I want somebody to do me a favor, I will ask them nicely. And you're right. Generally, people will help other people. That's generally true. Guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being a part of this today. I'm going to try my best to do more live videos. And also, I'll try my best to let you know in advance when I'm doing one. Before I leave you, let me go ahead and I'm going to get Boo Boo out there. Let me just have Boo Boo say a little hello. So stay here 1 second. I'll have Boo Boo come out of the closet. That sounds a little weird. Boo Boo's coming out of the closet. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring Boo Boo here to say hello to you. So hang on 1 second. Oh, you know, I don't want to do it because before he was like kind of up watching, but now he's sound asleep. I just don't want to. He's totally sleeping. So another time I'll bring Boo Boo out. But yeah, let's let Boo Boo sleep for a little while, okay? Guys, love you all. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't be doing this without you because it would not be a lot of fun to come on and do a live stream broadcast if I had no viewers. So without you, I couldn't be doing this, and I just appreciate the fact that we're sharing knowledge and fun and experiences with each other. Again, thanks for being with me today. Appreciate you guys. Happy Father's Day if you're a father. If you're a father-to-be, happy Father's Day. My son, this is actually his second Father's Day, so it feels really good to wish your son a happy Father's Day as well. He doesn't watch my channel. I don't think he's got too many other things going on in his life to watch my RV channel, but it's just a cool feeling to have a son that has a Father's Day too. So, okay, see you all later. Love you. I really do love you, and talk soon. Let's talk soon. Make sure. Bye.